everybody, welcome to the channel. We are returning to Civilization VII with our all-random series, and hey, do we have a game today? Napoleon, revolutionary of the Assyrians, and this is a deadly combo for the rest of the world. The first time a war is declared against you, you gain an army commander full of units, and every time you defeat an enemy unit, you get culture. And you get +1 movement, which lines up really well with the Magaru, which has extra movement. We are going to be taking over the world. We do have complaint to Ea Nasser, and for some reason, the random gods gave us the Yada no Kagami, which is just a little extra culture per age at the start of our celebrations. Let's go ahead and throw in our economic point, giving us gold, and look at our starting position. I do believe we're on the southern side of the map. Yep. We're right in the middle, but we're on the southern side of the middle. And we do have a place for our unique quarter. Boy, I tell you what, I have been playing the new feature workshop. I can't give you any information on the stuff that is inside that feature workshop, but I haven't had my map tax mod the whole time, and I miss it. That's something I desperately long to have in Civ 7. Just take this mod wholesale and put it in the game, developers. It's been so good to me. The best part of Civ 6 for me was planning out my empire. Oh, pottery is going to be pretty good. We're going to want to put our granary and a brickyard up here. That way we can place a library right there. And down south here, it looks like there's going to be a settlement location. I'm going to grab another scout, and we're going to find people to wreck. I am very excited for this playthrough because the Exploration Age civs and the Modern Age civ that we've rolled are very synergistic for Napoleon, and it's going to be really interesting to get them done. Ooh, goody huts down here to the south. There is definitely a settlement here somewhere. Probably right... The capital grabs you, probably somewhere on this navigable river, like right here. And we're going to throw out our granary. We do have a narrative choice here to make, and that's going to put 15 production, saving a good 3 or 4 turns on our granary, which is helpful. I'm glad we were able to do that. I'll throw you down. We got 2 growth events, so we'll throw both of those down, getting some more food out. The faster we grow, the better we're going to be. 60 culture for the cost of 2 turns of happiness. Yeah. That finishes up chiefdom. And we'll throw in charismatic leader. We want to go straight into discipline to get our Turtanu so that we can start the murdering even faster. I'm going to go for despotism. I find war games really rely on science, even though I think science is the weaker antiquity age yield. You really want your strong units if you're in a war game. I'll take the quick gold. We're kind of too far away to benefit from that silver. Qajar, probably an independent power that we're gonna want to do something with. They're too far away to be an issue for me, so I'll keep them alive. Tolan Shikotitlan is probably not going to be my friend. So I'll take that 50 towards the celebration. That saves us the 2 turns that we lost earlier. Let's grab animal husbandry and be ready to get some archers out to defend ourselves. I love the Assyria music. Every time I load up a game of Civ 7 and I'm playing Antiquity and I don't have Assyria in the game, I get bummed out because I don't have the music that I love so much. Amina. Ooh, she's gonna be a bit of an issue. She has combat strength in all of this territory here, so she's not going to be quite so easy to take out. Hubman, also someone I don't really like to see in a war game. I'm going to have to, like, convince her to declare war on me. I mean, I guess that follows the Napoleon playstyle, but it's just easier to be able to walk up to someone, surprise war them, and go to town. The Man of Destiny. Napoleon wakes in the night, dreams still clouding his mind. A tiny man, bright red in color, had perched upon his chest and read to him the fate of the world, a world lit by lightning where men fly and the stars descend to burn the earth. The firelight gutters in the low bronze braziers. Napoleon struggles to remember the last part. As for you, the dream man had said, you will take this world and galvanize it with strength. We're gonna go for the have two commanders. We've already got one, and I imagine a war declaration is not that far from our future. Let's pick up independent powers, combat strength, because I do plan on taking Tolan Shikotitlan, and after we finish this settler, we're just gonna pump this guy full of units. Boom. Kalhu, second settlement is in. And this is going to be a pretty good city because if we look here, we could put our unique quarter and get a plus, can't see very well, +6 right there. And then if we put a library right there, that's another +6. So lots of production, lots of science coming off of that settlement. It is a little close to the capital, but we have space. We can push the capital out. We'll be okay as long as we remember to move down to the south side with Kalhu. We'll be okay. Oh, Amina, costing me 10% of my gold per turn. She's already hating me because we settled here. If she declares war on me, we're perfectly happy with that. In fact, why not hit her with a hinder military production and hinder civic study? You take both of those, jerkface. One of the best things about this Napoleon is this land movement speed. Being able to move my slingers around as fast as I have been has been such a bonus. It's been really nice. Confucius is also in this game. Kung Fu Jir. You give me culture and military, please. I will befriend you while she aggresses upon me. She's about to make one of the classic blunders, declaring war on Napoleon in the Antiquity Age. I can feel it. She seems cranky. I might just grab another settler and just come down here to really get her to declare war on me. I think that's going to be the best course of action, is just to settle out down in her face. And this is going to make Tubman mad at me too. She was befriending that guy, but I didn't want her to have it, so we're going to take it away. We want to go for Tups Harutu so we can get the codexes and just start dealing with these things. Where am I going to settle over here? I mean, there's a good settlement right here to pick up a lot of these resources, and then a settlement here to pick up a lot of these resources. So I guess right here is going to do it. Militaristic attribute point goes right there, and we're going to pump you into pumping up infantry and eventually cav. Oh, run away. Elon is too big for us. Let's settle right in her face and make her despise us. And we get a free warrior there from Gataida. That's cool. She's going to make it more expensive for us to build units. That's fine. I'm not necessarily counting on having to build units. It's more about getting the free units. Come on, this war's got to be coming. I'm just going to keep sanctioning her until she does it. You hate me, Amina. You know that you hate me. What is your agenda, Amina? Like civilizations that don't have a settlement in the desert, well, I do have a settlement in the desert. So where's your agenda? Leader agenda -2, sanctioned -150. We should be at the brink of explosion here. She's got a general moving in. I'm okay with that. That means she's more likely to go after us. No, I hit the wrong button. Get in there. She's got her army lined up here. The declaration should not be that far away. How far am I from the wheel? Pretty far. Maybe I go for the writing mastery first. Come on, Amina. Give me that war. I'm just gonna keep stealing territory from you. Normally, I pick up the war support, but But, and hear me out, I'm going to go for commanders earn more experience. Let's try to get some really high-level commanders this time around and see what we can do. There's another sanction. She keeps hitting me with these sanctions, but she doesn't war me. Perhaps I need another settlement. I am short on settlement limit. Like, I can settle one more. Right here, I think? Maybe... yeah, it's gotta be like right here. Aha! There's the war, finally! Aha! And we get all of our free units. Yeah, as we devour your city with war, let the hyenas break your bones. That's fantastic. That gives us a Magaru. And we get our 2 army commanders. And we get 50 science. And Napoleon distributes his new list of commands. His generals are carefully trained. But at the end of the day, they're but an extension of himself. The world is chaos, the Red Man of Destiny whispers to Bonaparte, and indeed, the landscape is a patchwork of petty would-be kings and tyrants. What these smaller powers lack is vision. Napoleon, while he may have his shortcomings, ha ha ha, he was 5'7", he's not short, does not lack in vision. We're gonna capture a settlement, so we're gonna go for the military attribute point. And you know what? Instead of the codex, I actually want the influence, so that I was gonna put some points into Elon there, but she's working out. Let's work on Karma then, and I'm gonna take 1 extra point here. Let her come. I do not fear. Confucius builds the gate of all nations. What? I lost the gate of all nations to him? It's a little upsetting. Whoa, Confucius. Why are you spying against me? Also, our frontier is slowly getting worn down. Her desert combat strength bonus is just so massive. It's big. She'll take a white piece. We are going to need that white piece to regroup. We're getting beat up. You know what? I probably need both of those. So we're gonna keep them. Witness me and why my people accept me as leader. I'll give you a normal greeting. She's playing Tonga, so she must be on the other continent. We're gonna need some cash. We're poor. Amina is nothing to be trifled with. She's pretty tough. She is very tough. I can set you to a mining town, which is going to help our money issues a little bit. You're almost done. I should get a settler out of the capital at some point. We've got quite a few Magaru around. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're working on a 5th. If I'm not fighting her in plains, then that should be a decent enough amount to do damage, but my god, everywhere she is desert and plains. A lot of her units are up here in the water. I bet if I declared war next turn, once I get my archer out here, we might be able to take a big portion of Aksum away. We're gonna have to try. Declare war, formal war. That's +1 on our side. Let's pump some points in. +3 now. And I'm going to do this. Let's pop out our ballista to start doing the damage that we want it to do. Go in and take that. We can move up. Pop you there, here, here. And now we've got our damage dealers out. That's 1 district already done. And we need to make sure that we're taking pot shots into the water here without letting them come up. All right, we're making inroads now. She's getting beat up. She's getting beat up. She got a lot more units over here all of a sudden. That's a little gross. I'll take Aksum from you, madam. Now we have to hold Aksum, which is a considerably more difficult task than I was previously considering it would be, because we got kind of a lot of units up here. These chariots are hitting for some big time damage, but hey, either way, we got the capital. I'm gonna keep it. That completes our quests. We get a militaristic attribute point. We finished part 1 of the Great Library, and we get a codex, an extra codex. So we're sitting on 3. We need what, 9? 3, 6, 10. We need 10. Pax Imperatoria 1 is done. We have an expansionist point, which I'll throw into settlers. And a militaristic point, which I'm going to throw into gold maintenance. Saving us a lot of gold in the long run. The feeding of Ashur. The feeding of the god Ashur begins in the newly conquered city, and dejected lions form bearing gifts of cattle and grain to the altar. A priest of the old faith hangs back, refusing to acknowledge this new divine order, as an Assyrian commander looks on. Draw weapons. Give me another militaristic point. Commanders gain a free level. Fantastic. I guess my next goal is going to be Matara. But that's a little far away. We're gonna have to heal first. I'm gonna need more archers. I'm gonna need more units to deal with what she's gonna throw my way over here. 3 turns, 3 archers. It should be good enough. Let's grab a barracks here. Amina has been such a nuisance here. Just 1 chariot at a time coming in, popping my people, so I haven't been able to heal properly like this whole time. I want to take Matara, but I am unable to because I'm constantly trying to heal my units up to no avail. I need 1 more military attribute point to get the heal per turn, and then we'll be really happy. Will you take peace? What do you give me? Matara? I'll take Matara. That gives me Pax Imperatoria, and I get ironworking. Oh, that's a big pickup. That allows us to be aggressive again. Yeah, that allows us to be really aggressive again. Great. Great. I am now despised by everyone on my home continent. Lalabella has 2 defended districts. And Koloe has 2 defended districts. I want navigation. 1 good quadrireme would take Koloe out. We have kind of a perfect little firing spot here on it. I do not want her to have the opportunity to attack me. Tubman is there. If Tubman declares on me, it's okay. It's better than me declaring on her. It's not something that I particularly relish, but it would be better than her declaring on me, or me declaring on her. Silk Road's 1, right? I'm pretty sure this Silk Road's 1. Oh, it's 2. So we're 2, 2, and 0 culture, of course. One of the things I'm excited about in the feature workshop is how these change. I can't give you any details because I signed an NDA, but these changes to the legacy paths are magnifique. Or at least what I've played with them so far. I don't know if I like everything about the changes. Oh, it's a happiness crisis. Oh, I don't like the happiness crisis. We'll have to go down to tactics. Let's get a harbor. Then we'll really quickly get an altar and a villa. We're gonna need to get walls. We're gonna need a lot of stuff. I wanted to make Amida City to get 1 more round with my citadel. Urkalu, is that what it's called? Or Ikalu. I want these unique districts, as many of them as I can get. I know we're in the middle of a happy crisis, but I can't resist one more good settler. Who could possibly resist it? And again, everybody hates me for it, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Everybody hated me anyway, so just doing this doesn't cause me any more detriment than I already had. It just tanks my happy. But we're working on happy. We're working on happy. 1 more bite at the apple. Let's go back in and get a little more out of her. I can move you here. Move you up here. Move you there. Magaru up there, and we can set ballista to fire here, and we can set an archer to fire here, And we get a level up. Let's finish off the bastion tree with you. Pop you back in. You come out. Take the kill. Come back down and pop you back in. 502. It's you. Pop you out and take the district. Simple, easy, and clean. One more district. And that is Lalabella captured. We can even come and start taking shots over here. Lalabella falls. We get military training, and she's down to 1 settlement. We picked up a scientific attribute point for that? For what? Do you have something that'll give me a scientific attribute point? I didn't complete a quest. Well, maybe it's from studying so many tech masteries, which we've been able to do because we have all of these cities taken. We get the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. Anytime I play as Assyria, or honestly, anytime I play as a warmonger, I feel like the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus is really important. It allows us to get a lot of value. I also want the Mausoleum of Theodoric. It's late. This is a late Mausoleum of Theodoric. We're gonna try for it. We're having major rebellion issues across the empire, but if I have enough gold to purchase myself a few altars, we should be mostly okay. Mostly. They only come at night, mostly. Wow, level 10 on this commander. We'll fully fill out the bastion tree. And then we'll finish up Assault next era. It's hard to get an Antiquity era level 10 commander. Pythida was doing work for us. Yeah, we lost the Mausoleum. I was trying to get it to go for the healing militaristic attribute point. Who's rebelling? Lalabella. Of course they're rebelling. I completely wiped them out. It would be unnatural for them to not be in rebellion. Okay, the crisis is really starting to agitate me. We've got more crisis policies we had to slot in. -10 in the capital. We're just suffering from unhappiness here. You repair all your stuff, please. You're unhappy, you're unhappy, you're unhappy. Unfortunately, there's not much I could do about Lalabella's happiness. They're in revolt for 7 turns. They're just gonna have to remain unhappy. But I can take Koloi this turn, and that'll be the end of Amina. And that gives us Great Library 3 and Pax Imperatoria 3. From obscurity I rose, and to it I return. From the desert I will watch you. Goodbye, Amina. That's exactly how I feel, Napoleon. Goodbye, and give me all your settlements. 10 turn till the end. Pax Imperatoria, Science. 2 more things and we'll have economic done. We are sort of dominating most people here. Saida only has 1? How could this be possible? Saida is very strong. And there's Silk Road 3 just by putting in our stuff. So that is a triple legacy this game in Antiquity. It's not shabby. Not too bad, I might say so myself. I need a little bit of happiness. The capital is at -3, so we need to deal with that. We're well over our settlement limit, and this is really the only time that'll ever be punished is by this happiness crisis. Otherwise, I think it's always just best to forget about that settlement limit and to go over it. And even though we're being punished, we're not being, like, destroyed here. All of these are revolting in 9 turns. And I think we don't have to worry, because the era will be over by then, so it's not actually an issue. You're a problem. They're going to revolt. If I do that, that fixes that issue. They would revolted next turn. I didn't want that, so we had to take that big hit on money. Everybody else was 9 turns away, so it's not a big deal. But we're going to go into the exploration era poor. I really don't like going into the exploration era with no money. I like that sort of slingshotty feel of being able to purchase whatever I want or need. But we'll just pretend like we're playing on regroup mode and go from there. It is unfortunate that I wasn't able to get any more Ikalus down. 2 is okay, but 3 would have been much better. But we did pick up a couple of wonders. We've got the pyramids over here. It's not the best. 1 gold, 1 production on improvements and districts on minor and navigable rivers in this settlement. We only have 2 navigable river tiles in the settlement. But we did pick up the hanging gardens. That's +1 food on farms in the settlement. 10% growth in all cities. And the expansionist attribute point, which I used. We also grabbed the great stele over here. 200 gold per age when I construct a wonder. And nothing else beyond that. But we also have the mausoleum. So that's a good set of warmongery wonders. Burned up farms. I need to fix this. 3 turns until the age is over. 3 turns. What can I do in 3 turns? Not much. I don't have enough gold to get anything out of Amida, so there's no point. Most of my settlements are happy now. The only one that's unhappy is Koloe, which is, you know, under occupation, so of course they're going to be unhappy. We got most of the tech tree done. It's a shame we couldn't get to future tech, but, you know, it is what it is. And we're just sort of building walls now in the capital. Now, we need to figure out next era who we want to antagonize into attacking us. I might lose Koloe because I can't make it happy in time. What can I repair? I could purchase an altar. That'll make you happy. It says that they've risen up in revolt against us. But this is the final turn of the age. And I made it happy this turn. So what's going to be the result here? Do we end up losing the city, or do we end up keeping the city? Or settlement, I should say. Is it mine? It looks like it. Okay, we kept it. Antiquity complete. A 9-point age. 10 for Confucius. Ooh, he beat us. Okay, well, I'm okay with that. 9-point age is pretty good. Nothing to complain. If I had built 1 more wonder, I would have hit 10 also, so... We chose to focus on units instead of wonders, and it paid off for us. Confucius is going to pay for his stuff this era as we lock into Spain. Economic militarists. Spain is pretty good. 2 food, gold, and production in settlements adjacent to coast, and in settlements following our own religion, or +4 if it is both. This was a buff. And this is doubled in distant lands. We also get the Conquistador, which allows us to get free armies also. So we're going to get lots of free armies here with Napoleon. Let's take a look at our starting independent peoples. Pagan, Jimmy, Waitu Kabuli, Ming, and Inca and pirates. Huh. We might, Oh, there's the Great Library. We might be looking to take on the Ming. I'll start irritating Confucius. Do you like Tubman or do you hate Tubman? You hate Tubman. So maybe if I can start antagonizing him, we can get a little bit of something going on. Unfortunately, Assyria doesn't go that well into Spain because, of course, the Assyrian unique unit is a cavalry and the Spanish unique unit is an infantry, so they don't play along very well. Roskilde is going to be somebody that I really want to befriend because I want the experience. Legacies. What are we going to go for? Which golden age do we look for? We have the military, the economic, and the science golden age that we can play with. Infantry in every settlement that I conquered. 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry. 2 settlement limit would be good. I think we're going to take that. +2 settlement limit plus a military attribute point. I don't think we want the Napoleon exploration card. 3 combat strength for your naval units. We're not really going to be doing naval stuff, I think, too much. We're just using our navy mostly to get our army to places. 15% culture at the cost of 10% science. I don't know if I want that. Did I build an academy? I built one here, and that has lost one of its adjacencies. So I don't know if I care about it either, honestly. Maybe we just go Codex Scientific Attribute Point. Cities remain cities. Economic Attribute Point. Oxum remains, becomes capital. And then, one more military point. I think that's what we're going to go for. That gives us purchasing and settlements or gold on resources. I think we'll go purchasing for now. And then we're going to be able to pick up 1 healing and then ignore happiness penalty. I want to get the settlement limit. We can also go for happiness for maintaining buildings. Eventually I want to move like down the quarter side of the tree to the wide side. This is more the tall side. And I think we have to start astronomy, cartography, machinery. And most likely we're going to be starting with piety. Let's get our religion up as fast as possible. One thing I really want to do this era too is there are so many locations for me to just settle and grab a bunch of resources. So I need at least 3 settlers. I don't have great adjacencies for a temple anywhere. It's kind of a bummer. This stupid city was built by the AI, so it's got just horrible district placements. But we do have our religion now. And where do we want to go? Let's make our religion first. On the channel, every time we go for the butterfly. And I think always Brahmanism is just the choice. There's no other choice but it. And I'm gonna go, we're gonna have plenty of gold anyway. I think we're gonna go for interfaith dialogue to keep up on science. And we're gonna grab a theology here to make our missionaries better. We have settled up our entire continent here. 3 over the settlement, oh nope, we just unlocked feudalism, so 2 over the settlement limit. And we've got so many treasure resources here on our home continent that we're not going to be hurting for money. I have just finished a settler here as well. The whole purpose of this settler is to anger Confucius. That's his whole job, is to just make Confucius so mad that he declares war on me. Capital, you are going to be missionary central for a while. We need to spread our religion to every single one of our cities, and to go with that, we are building the Wat Xingdong, which I think is probably the best exploration era wonder. Notre Dame is really good, but it comes so late. Machu Picchu is really good, but it comes so late. Tubman has declared war on Confucius. But Wat Xingdong comes so early, and it just allows you to get so much gold for doing something that you already have to do anyway. Yeah, we pass on chain letters. 1 turn of science to speed that up by a turn. Reformation. Do I go? Yeah, let's pick up Reformation. And Enhancer Belief. Stella Maris is pretty good. Or Conversion is also pretty good. Well, Millenarianism is pretty decent for me. I think we're just going to take Sanctum. Because I'm going to have lots of relics. Not Sanctum, Scripture. I'm going to have lots of relics. And that's going to allow me to build more missionaries. It's not just converting for relics. We want to convert and keep our cities converted. Ooh, we have met Tecumseh. Akina Newa. Hello, Tecumseh. Yeah, we're not gonna hit you with a friendly greeting. We're gonna be mean. I don't want to be friends with you, actually. And we're going to hit you with a hinder military production. Yeah, Get cranky, bud. Get cranky. Oh yeah, here it comes. He's starting to denounce us. His war will soon start, and that'll be a free army for us when it does. Let's hit you with a demand tribute sanction. He's gonna hate that. I'm okay with him hating that. And we're not that far from upgrading our tercios and stuff to tier 2. Where is your capital, sir? Friedrich is also in the game. Ultra Freddy, hello. Ich bin ein Engel. Can I get you with yet another sanction? Yes. The cannon thunder echoes off of the distant cliffs. Bonaparte looks on, a faint twitch at the corner of his mouth betraying his pleasure. Larger, his engineer asks? No, responds the first council. More. Train 3 bombards. How far are we away from bombards? Pretty far. They're up here. It's gonna take us a hot minute to get there. Looks like the final player in our game here would be Hattie. Horus in human flesh. Not anything I want to do with you either. Abbasids. Why do you like me, Saida? What do you like me? Leader agenda. Smallest navy. Well, yeah. But that will soon change. We're not going to be smallest navy forever. I'm going to upgrade my tercios. Upgrade my horse boys. And just waiting for this war. Aha! There it is. He declares. And I get my free army. Spring you down. Yeah. The traveling library. Aides de camp stand to attention in the commander's tent as Napoleon peers into one of many large mahogany boxes. He runs his fingers across his velvet lining, then along the leather spine of the books within, ignoring the panting soldiers depositing the final crates of tomes. He shakes his head. He is surrounded by hundreds of books, but such an inquisitive mind requires thousands. Culture on universities is what I will go with. Yeah, I will very soon be overtaking and taking control of his settlements. But I would love to know where his capital is. No, you stupid horse. Get out of the water. What are you doing, you dummy? Why, it's a cliff? I hate that they can't see that so easily. Oh, it's one. I like the verticality. I like the layers that it brings to the game, but honestly I hate the fact that it's really hard to see. Let's get one fleet commander and then work on 4 cogs to go in it, and our commanders really ought to level up by the time this combat is over. Every time I think I've dealt with the bar problem over here near Cordoba, more spawn and cause me issues, but finally we're gonna bounce Jimmy out of existence and we can just sleep easy knowing that they won't bother us anymore. We've got a pretty wide front over here. Chengdu should fall fairly soon, but he's pumping out more units than I was expecting him to pump out. And he's getting Shangjing, which I don't like. I wish I could have got them. But if wishes were fishes, I didn't pay enough attention to this over here, and now we have a big problem. I'm gonna have to get a tercio to hold. I should have paid way more attention to what was happening there. Chang'an has a lot of protected districts. That's gonna be a pain to take. Let's worry about Chengdu for now. We'll get it and consider our options afterwards. I didn't necessarily want this war for expansion as much as I just wanted the free army. And therefore it's going to be pretty important not to just lose all the units in that free army. Spain enters the world stage with an eye towards lands beyond her borders. Citizens are excited for the future, anticipating the growth of their empire in both territory and minds. As politicians prepare the infrastructure for expansion at home, explorers ready their cargo to set off into the unknown. I'm going to take the culture, but first I'm going to choose where we go. Let's go for Council of the Indies 2, and then we're gonna pop in the culture and take an extra turn off of that. Gold, please. And let's take stock of our situation here. I'll take the heal. You take a shot. You shoot. Let's trade you for you. And then we'll move you up. Take a shot. Take a shot. Smack the district defenses. And that gives me a level up. Oh, our first treasure fleet. I need to be careful with this treasure fleet. I can't move the treasure fleet because he controls all these tiles. Well, it was cool to have you when I thought I had you. We got that from using the sanction that gives us the treasure fleet points, but sadly enough, we weren't able to use it. And I am just farming culture off of him. Ooh, we get an economic attribute point, I guess, for researching shipbuilding. So I'll take that. Gold on resources in towns. Seems fine to me. I need to jump up to like bombards and stuff. And then we'll go down through education into urban planning. I kind of want out of this war, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for attacking. Technically, you attacked me. I'm sorry for angering you enough for you to attack me, I should say. I'll say it like that. I am willing to let bygones be bygones at this point. I got a settlement. I got an army for free. It's about everything I wanted. This is still not your capital. Are you kidding me? Where is his capital? A free army commander, and a couple of levels. For essentially free and a city, that's okay. We'll take that deal. And in this war, one of the big reasons I want to end the war is because I have missionaries running over here to convert him. That way I can get my relics going. And we need to start focusing in on the New World. We haven't even considered attacking the New World yet. And if Tecumseh wants to denounce me, then sure. He can be the first to face her wrath in the New World. Looking at our culture tree, we can get a lot of gold from Cerro Rico here. Yeah, I think we're gonna pick up New World riches as our next big pickup for the civic tree. We don't have many water buildings right now, but we could get some. So getting the pitch can be nice. Oh, is it Bilbao? Yeah, Bilbao has some water buildings. Is this Confucius? No, it's Saida, Nassau. She's there. I'm looking for my first major target here for my expansion into the distant lands. And it's most likely going to be Tecumseh if I had my way. I would like to grab El Escorial. Get that built. For the settlement limits, mostly, and it's conquistador time. We've built our plaza. Now it's time to conquistador until we're out of conquistadors. Ooh, somebody got El Escorial. You jerk, that's my enigmatic wonder. Ah! I was too busy doing other things. Well, I guess now would be a good time to start getting some merchants out. I don't have any merchants out and about on the map. So we should take the time to grab a couple at least. Christopher Columbus, what do you give? Distant lands on eating water tile reveals the map, except for the interior, which is exactly what I was doing. I was sailing around with my guy here to reveal everything. And I swear that the distant land civs have not expanded because this entire coast is open. Cerro Rico goes in, giving us 52 gold per turn. And looking at the last of our civic tree, there's nothing that I'm super excited for. I guess, like, Armada's okay. We'll finish it up, but then we're going to jump into the exploration era civics. Quality or quantity? Expansionist or militarist? Let's look at our attribute tree. If we get expansionist, we'll be getting food, but militarist, what do I have that I can... A settlement limit, of course. We're gonna pick up the expansion, or the militaristic. Give me the settlement limit. Whoa, what a stupid looking map this is. Of course they haven't expanded. There's a giant interior sea here. What an insane looking map. Okay, well, who am I likely to attack? Oh, he was Shilla. Babylon, Baghdad. The weakest is looking like Saida, but she's like the only one that likes me. Let's bring our boats back down and we'll go for Freddy, Culture Freddy here, even though he's Normandy or the Normans, not Normandy, he's the Normans, and will be a little difficult to take over. He's the most opportunistic take that we've got, so we're gonna grab him. But by God, his army's huge. Hopefully we'll have a big tech advantage on him. Finally, we start getting the conquistadors that give us free armies. Hernan Cortez gives you 3 free infantry, as long as your army commander has 3 free slots. And our infantry should be maxed out because we have gunpowder tech. So we'll be getting the tier 3 tercios up here. More conquistadors. Conquistadores. Give me all of them. They're getting a little prohibitively expensive at this point, but you know, who cares? Oh, we get Inés Suarez, who's a free settler when you activate her. I'm happy to have her. We'll have her come settle right down here on this island. And we're gonna take over Buensa here to have like a base to take out Puteoli and Capua and all those Roman cities that Freddy has built for us. We'll happily steal those from him. I just need to upgrade my boats. We have barely touched Toscana, which is very strange for me. I feel like normally I would have that done by now, but we haven't had that go off just yet. We also haven't had any points in Enlightenment go off either, but that should happen fairly soon. Once I can get some more specialists down, that'll happen. I have no idea where Tubman's capital is. Cusco is down there. Okay, well. Chengdu. Let's grab a temple here for you. And let's grab a missionary here. And we'll send you over to Cusco to convert. What a weird homelands continent we've got going on here. Everybody's kind of disgusting. Everybody's borders are gross. I might have bitten off more than I could chew with old Freddy here. He's got a lot of units. He's got a lot of units. But hey, so do we. We're sitting on a lot of units here. I got 2 full army commanders and a fleet commander. And then 3 units that can't even fit inside the army commanders. We're doing okay. Let's settle Inés Juarez and get Zaragoza. And we're going to upgrade to galleons. La Petite Caporal. Neither harsh terrain nor stormy weather can halt the speed of Bonaparte's power. His army marches onward, enthralled by his command, seeking only to satisfy his grand vision of dominance. Capture a settlement in distant lands. Soon. Soon, my baby, soon. Buensa will be ours. Honestly, I should just be moving down towards Capua. Let's grab ourselves a fishing quay over here. And we're gonna grab ourselves a granary over here so that we grow. And a sawmill over here so that we make money. And we're poor now. The news of the strong... Oh, this is the Ponce de Leon quest. 2 points, 75 influence. Yeah, go give me the treasure convoy. Well, I guess it's now time to rip the band-aid off and declare this war. I have lots of influence to overcome any war support he might have. We'll go ahead and just pump ourselves up to +2. And bring our boats in to start doing damage. I didn't check your allies. Nobody. Haha. Okay, fine. Never punished, never punished. All good, all good, all good. I should have done that first, though. But we're all good, okay. I'll be taking Capua, thank you. I need 3 empty slots in you, and I've only got 2, huh? Well, let's empty up some slots, and that gives us a whole bunch of ranged units, right? A Tercio, 2 Arquebusiers, and a Bombard. Yeah, I think we basically have the army to deal with whatever I need to deal with over here. We've got like 4 billion units. And a whole army of bombard cannons coming behind. I got 2 militaristic points for that, which is kind of a lot. I'm just gonna keep popping that into repeatable healing. Local religions. All beliefs must be aligned. Let's make sure everybody's following our religion. Excuse me, Capua was captured. My religion should be in here. Oh, I didn't take it. Whoops. Well, what we can do is we can purchase the temple here. And then purchase the missionary. And then soon it will be aligned. This is my last conquistador. What do you do? Navigable river? Eh. You suck. What a anticlimactic way to end the conquistadors. We've gotten so many good ones though. We've really done a number. We've gotten like 12 free units, something along those lines. And now we're making like a lot of gold off of our settlements in distant lands due to our plazas. It might be worth converting a city like Lalibela over to a city so that we can purchase our unique unit here. And next turn we can finish that off. And really, we just want you building like a university. I don't have nearly enough cities for the amount of settlements I have. There's something like very serene to just showing up as Spain and destroying a native population. There's just in a lot of other Civ games, I didn't really ever play like a game where I invaded other continents very often, especially in like a Renaissance era, except for maybe Civ 4, maybe, but like it was never like something I wanted to do, like to attack a Civ overseas in that particular era. However, I do have to say that this game captures that feeling very well. It feels very fun to attack the distant lands in this one. Ooh, I am hurting. Well, let's destroy this and capture you. And then we're gonna take some pot shots at this. Bombard here. Take a shot at you. We'll have to bring you around. You go down. Francisco Pizarro goes there. And we'll pull out the Arquebusier. Knowing that we're probably gonna lose that Arquebusier, we'll still put it there. I'm gonna take the extra attack and see if we can't use it to at least take out one cheval here, or I guess deal some damage here. That'll be good enough, hopefully. I do believe that these battles right here are going to be the fiercest battles of the whole campaign because we're breaking his military strength pretty fast. And if I take Rome, then that's like the majority of his economy is gone. But he's got some pretty strong units left over. It's not going to be a simple matter of just beating them up. I'm gonna rely pretty heavily on my boats to do things. This is the battle I'm a little more worried about. Honestly, I need to pump influence into this. If I can pump some influence into this fight, then we have... Hama there took me out. Oh, he wants peace? I don't think so. I stand in almost every district of Rome. You're not getting peace out of me. I think this should do it. No, I have to get the Mott and Bailey. Then it'll be done. But it's close. It's close. Plague is divine punishment. We're getting really close to enlightenment, I think. Yeah, just 3 more tiles. We're almost there. And once they capture 2 settlements and convert them, we'll have Pax non-sufficient orbis. Not Pax. It's the wrong era for that. And blam, that's Neapolis. So we'll take you. If I do this, I'm gonna lose my horse. But maybe if I move forward with you, I'll be okay. Just maybe. Let's keep you, and we'll get you converted over. Next turn, the Mott and Bailey will fall to all my ships. I need to make sure that I'm keeping up with my religion everywhere, because we're gonna get extra bonuses from having our religion over here. What will you give me for peace, good sir? I want a couple of... You're only willing to give me 1 settlement in this peace deal? I can get Mediolanium. Can't get that, you're too big. I can get Mediolanium. That's worth 10. Where is Mediolanium? Ruin is there. Puteoli. Mediolanium is there. I don't want that. I'd rather have Puteoli because it's contiguous. Give me Puteoli for peace. Thank you. Yunsi. Thank you. Thank you. That gives me a chance to heal my army, because my army is ragged, bro. We are beat up. Slurp everybody up and start healing. And that gives me a chance to get these guys finally online. Oh, we are ragged. You get healed, you get healed, and you get healed. And we're making 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in 3 different cities. So, no, 4 different cities. So that's 40 gold per turn off of our plazas. I am pretty sure we would absolutely destroy Saida if we went to take her on. And we might consider doing so. We might do that instead of a second go around at old Freddy. I'm afraid we're very soon going to end this age. And I'm wondering what more can I extract out of this age before it's over. We're soon to hit Economic 1, Culture 2, and Science 3. The next population point that goes into the capital will probably do it. And we're right up on researching future tech as well. We're sitting at 22 settlements, which tends to be where I stop in exploration age, 22. The next highest civ is 10, so we're more than double. Puteoli is sick. Let's pull you away. Not being at war is kind of cramping my ability to get lots of culture up, because we're using... Essentially, we're using our army to get culture. If I wanted to take Ruin now, it'd fall pretty easily, I would imagine. But would it fall? Nah, not in 10 turns. I got 4 to wait because of the peace treaty. So I don't believe we're getting that one. I can pop up a hospital here, giving me another specialist I can pop down. This does it right here. That's enlightenment done. So Toscana, enlightenment, and non-sufficient orbist all taken care of. The normals. Economic, we at least got 1 point. We're not going to get a second, but at least we got 1. I have so much more gold per turn than the AI does. It's insane. 1,015 versus 364 at the highest. Yeah, I'm not the top in culture and I'm not the top in science. It's because we're way over settlement limit. Some of our places are sad. But, I mean, jeez. The AI just wasn't able to compete with me. It's a problem I keep facing here in Civ 7. The deity AI, and this is without any of the tweaks or changes, just don't run as hard as they used to. It's, you know, it's to be expected. There's a lot of new complicated systems in the game. The AI doesn't work very well with complicated systems. People are complaining like, oh, there's no challenge. I can understand that, but I also believe that there's enough challenge to get off the ground until you figure out how the game works. And then the game's just fun beyond that. Sierra Rico is providing us with 114 gold per turn right now. Oh boy, that's kind of a nuts amount. You know, I'm sitting on 5 cities, 22 settlements. I should probably be sitting on closer to 10 cities. Like, if we're being honest, I really should be upping my city game. That's somewhere I can improve. Every time I play, I can find some place to improve, and it's usually in, like, the settlement mini game. Am I building enough towns? I also need to pay attention to, like, where I'm placing my resources better, because I usually don't give a flip about that at all. So if I was doing that better, we'd be better off. Yeah, there's just little ways that I can optimize. I got Havana Harbor. I really don't think I've ever built this one yet so far. This is the pirate one. You have to build it in the distant lands. And it gives you, what, an economic attribute point. That's a cool little video. I like it. What does it give me? An economic attribute point. And it creates treasure convoys worth 3. That would have been great to build earlier, but, you know, it's the last few turns of the era. We're not going to get anything out of that. Resource capacity in town, maybe? Maybe that's where we go. I need to repair all the damage from the sickness. 1,000 gold to repair everything. Ugh. No, I was building Machu Picchu and now I can't finish it. Crap. I won't be able to finish it on time anymore. It doesn't, like, kill me, but I was really hoping to get it. Notre Dame, and Wat Chintang are my favorite exploration era wonders. We didn't get Notre Dame, because we are not pushing culture in the least. Honestly, we're also kind of not pushing science. We're kind of just pushing gold and population. Well, Tecumseh built it anyway. I wasn't going to get it either way. What a bummer. Well, at least we got a future tech out of the way. Diplo attribute goes right onto happiness. We're so big that happiness is an issue, but if you look at our settlements, yeah, happiness is an issue in a few places. Akaruna, Bwansa, Lalibela, but they're all, like, infected places. Koloe is infected, Sevilla is not, but we'll get that. We'll build some happiness buildings in the next era. And once we get happy, things should look better on the yield side. I really wish I could have taken Freddy out, but getting his ancient era capital and a bunch of his other cities is good enough for me. It cripples him. Tecumseh's the real threat, Tecumseh and Confucius. But Confucius never really finishes out games well, I find. Tecumseh, though, he's a problem. I was real close to economic, too. I was getting real close. All of our relics are out of place because our temples are burned to the ground. This might be the first Civ 7 game I played that didn't have the Mongolians in it. Almost every time I play, I think there's someone is Mongolia. Because I always have that sick Mongolian music in here, but not this time. I keep hearing mine and the Norman music play constantly. There's almost no difference between them. But that brings to a close our exploration era. We started really cranking out these treasure convoys. Hey, we did get treasure fleet 2. Lucky! Not 3, though. We almost had a perfect era. If all these treasure fleets, if the era had continued for about 5 more turns, and all of these treasure fleets made it in, we would have had it. And I could have slowed the era down by not putting in my relics, right? If you don't place your relics, you can sort of stretch the age out. But I find that that's like real cheesy. It's real gamey. I don't like that. So I just go full force, whole hog. Going straight through, not messing around. Exploration is complete. You're going to be real surprised at who we're going to move into the modern era with. Especially considering the size of us right now. Sitting at 22 settlements. 20 to 15. Nobody's keeping up with us. And we leveled up to level 5. That's pretty cool. What do we get? The Binecorn hat? I don't remember what it does. I think it's like gold or something for army commander level. I don't remember though. Let's transition though into the modern age. And our random picker has decided that we are going to pick up the Qajar. The Qajar, I think, are a very strong civilization. We only played them on the channel when we played as Lakshmi Bai, and they usually work very well with being small, but we're not going that way. Also, unfortunately, we had to pick up the Lantern, and we have to pick up Chanda Mahasena. I don't remember which one that is. Sounds like a green or a purple. Yogi. 5 combat strength. Woo, that's not bad. The Qajar, 50% influence towards supporting Diplo actions. You get the Kolam, a unique cavalry unit, which is really strong in the command radius of your unique commander. We have a unique commander. And we burn cities down. Our unique quarter is 10% culture and influence when in a celebration. It gives us food, it gives us happiness, and influence. But that's not why we play Qajar. We play Qajar because of their sick little civic tree. I think one of the things people have such a problem with regarding the age transition is this stuff right here, where you have to go through at the beginning of each age and reset all of your towns and reset all of your if your commanders got promoted, they need the promotions. I really think that if they can like put in some sort of like automatically like let the AI decide how to do this, like especially with like your resources or your settlements, you put an AI governor on them, like let it make its best choice. And I know you can only have one choice of settlement type, but if the AI governor placed one, well then let us like reset it one time, but not after we have chosen, right? And maybe don't let the governor start until exploration or something. I don't know. But it's such a big change. It takes you out of the game. I like the age system. I'm not one of those guys that are like, I hate the age system. Let me play as one Civ forever, all the way through. I want to play Civ 5. I'm not that at all, right? I'm not clamoring for those things. I love Civ 5. I love Civ 6. I love Civ 4. I want Civ 7 to be its own flavor of Civ. But it really is kind of a huge pain in the butt to go through here and set all these things. It's really annoying. So if there was just some way to ease this burden, I think people would feel so much better about this game. And it would give those people that want that continuity the chance to have it to a degree. And especially me, because come on, I'm always hitting 20-some settlements every game, right? Every game we're hitting 22, 24, 25 settlements. And after a while, it gets really annoying. Well, the modern age has begun. Let's choose our legacy and see what we want to do. Who do we want to be? What do we want to do? I'm thinking gain an infantry unit and a ranged unit in all of your distant land settlements is pretty decent. Because that's 5, I think, so 10 total units we'll be picking up off of that. But that locks me out of the other golden ages. It doesn't matter. I wasn't really playing into those golden ages anyway. We can grab a military attribute point. 2 gold income per resource we have can be really strong. Lyceums and a science attribute point. And let's just grab another economic attribute point, confirm those legacies, and lock and load. This used to be so much better than this, honestly. Just having 15 gold per age is kind of lame. Let the capstone be a percentage, but don't let it be repeatable. Come on now. I need to go through and make my previous cities cities. So Nineveh becomes a city. Kalu, I don't know if I'll make you a city or not. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I think you did your job. I think we can let you be an urban center for a while and be happy with that. I am going to want Rome to become a city. That's 3 total cities. We do have the 3 or less attributes for our specialists. So right now we're getting 50 off of our specialist, 50 science. 50 science is a pretty good amount. We're the top science in the game currently. We're gonna need some happy. So where can we place this to get the most useful amount of happy? I guess the 22 right there is good enough for me. And we have so many factory resources. Now, the random picker has chosen the economic victory for us, which means we're probably gonna go hard into the little train boy. Before the victory conditions get changed, I really want to enjoy my economic victory while I can. But I also want to be aggressive. We've, done very well being aggressive so far. And I think just being aggressive again will be pretty good. We've got a lot of units. We should be able to basically wipe somebody out. Taking out France early might be pretty important before they become a big issue. Let's antagonize them. Denounce. Hinder. Let's anger him so he declares on us. And remember, if he declares on us, we get a free army commander full of stuff. And I'm very happy to take a freebie. And if we take him out, then we have less capitals we have to send the banker to. And that's kind of a win-win situation. I forgot we had this guy over here watching Confucius, making sure he doesn't do anything sketchy. We're gonna jump straight into authoritarianism for that combat strength. We're gonna be able to get celebrations pretty regularly, so we're just gonna jump straight in there. Unfortunately, we're well over the settlement limit, so we're not gonna get any of those Qajar bonuses, and we're just gonna continue to be well over the settlement limit. I don't see ourselves tanking this run anytime soon to just lose settlements to get that combat strength bonus. I want him to declare on us, but he's taking a long time. I think he's a little scared. And I might just rip the band-aid off and declare on him. I'm not sure if I need the extra units, right? We've already got so many units that I can't handle them. What good is one more army commander gonna do us when I have one sitting down here with nothing to do? I've been staring at this juicy morsel of a city for like 12 turns. I've sanctioned him into the ground, and he just will not fight me, so we're gonna just declare that formal war. And can I pump once? Yep. The only thing in this whole world I was certain of is that I wanted to take Freddy out this game. I'm Napoleon. Taking out one civ is not enough for me. We gotta go for doubles. Doubles. I've got doubles of the Novas. Doubles of the Pintos. That seems perfectly fine. Ruin should not take that long to fall, and honestly, Hama should fall really quickly as well. Is this a cliff? Yep. That's why my golem jumped half the world over. Oh, wait, game, you're going too hard. If the howitzer takes out the walls in one shot, there's nothing to stop me. No. Calm down. Oh, we are going to be finishing this fight pretty fast, I think. It's just a bit of a shame that Hama's in such a weird position that I can't get my ranged boys out to good effect. But if I do something like this, I mean, that's kind of exactly what I wanted to do, so. Excuse me, game. Excuse me? No. Frederick, you see, you have misunderstood. You see, this was a sneak attack. I am supposed to be killing you. You're not supposed to take any of my units out. Yeah, I will accept your apology this time. But please, in the future, remember that you're not supposed to be killing me. I am the one who will be doing the killing of you. Thank you. Bro's he built another settlement. Toulouse! I don't want to deal with you. He's got kind of a few units over here that I don't want to deal with either. Well, that was satisfying. Ruin falls in 2 turns. Paris is soon to fall. It will not have much left on it. Somebody's got a promotion. Who's got the promotion? You. Well, Winchester won't last long either. So the war is kind of contained up here in these little islands. It's just unfortunate that it's going to be a pain in the butt to get those little islands dealt with. Now, I'm not saying that the culture on kill bonus from Napoleon is useless, but I can't help but feel that it's a little lackluster at this point in the game, and the culture per commander level might have been just a little bit better, because I got a lot of commander levels, not getting as many kills. Creates a little bit of a negative feedback loop, but I've probably shaved a full turn or two off of a Civic at this point in this era. So I can't complain too badly. Paris falls. Finally, that feels great. And now it's just a slog over to Gades to get it to fall. I have units on their way to Hippo Regius here. It will not be long for this world. Especially once I can get a howitzer in range. Oh yeah, Freddy, you're going. Give me Paris. I'll keep it. But I am running out of influence per turn because I am taking so many settlements. My god, at the factory resources we have. The sheer amount of factory resources. The only issue being that I don't have the gold right now to buy railroads and plop down factories. I kinda used up all my gold buying units. I only regret that I was doing all this before I chose my ideology, because if I had waited, then we'd be getting more points from it. But no, I made the choices I made. They were dumb, but we live with them. Aw, you jerk. He settled another settlement up here at Nantes. I'm gonna have to go get that. Feels like a big giant waste of time, but we're gonna have to go get that one. We still haven't finished taking over all this either. He is surprisingly locked in here, especially down here in Winchester. This has been the bane of my existence this whole era. He's got 2 settlements left. There's one that I can barely reach. I have to go through this city-state to get to it. And Winchester, which is somehow, despite all the odds, survived. It really is quite impressive. Now, don't mind me, we're just at a casual 31 settlements. Yeah, like, our settlement limit is, like, way past the maximum, but it doesn't count past 7 past the settlement limit. So if I can find a way to deal with the negative 13 or some happiness that I have in a lot of settlements, we would not have to worry about the settlement limit whatsoever. And yeah, 13 is a lot, but there's a few ways to counteract that with buildings that we can buy. We have a lot of money. I am saving up my money though because I had to buy factories here soon. We have policies we could take. We have I should be finding Diplo Civ or independence to work with, but they're mostly taken off the map at this point, and I don't have any influence anymore because I have warred horrendously. Let's say goodbye to Freddy because he's gone. Winchester is mine, ideology 1, and my critics said that my poetry would be my downfall. I love his defeat screen because he's so, like, dramatic, but he's gone. That's 2 whole civs we wiped out this run. 32 settlements, which is the 3 times higher than the highest civ. 32 is a lot. Kind of too many, if we're being honest. Kind of way too many, if we're being honest. But I like these colors, the Gorgo colors. I'm just gonna paint the map with them. The old, wasn't this the Aztec colors in Civ 5? Or they were green. They had a green in it, didn't they? Or a cyan in them? I don't recall. 2 turns till we get our first factory online. Everything from this point forward is all about saving money and buying factories. I'm gonna posture aggressively near Hattie here, but there's no way I'm attacking her. I don't want to deal with the micro, but all of these settlements should count as well, I wonder if they count as distant land settlements for our plaza. I don't know. It does. I'm getting plus 32 yield from settlements in distant lands, but I'm getting a negative 16% income penalty due to unhappiness. What about you? I don't have anything to give you the happies, so we'll have to figure out how to make my cities happy. Finally, factories come in and we can start purchasing. I don't know if I want the specialist. I think I kind of just want to overwrite something. We'll throw you there and start slotting in those factory resources. Show factories. Let's take you out. You are mega unhappy, and we have 5 slots. Do I have anything that gives me happy? Science, HP, culture, growth rate, happy. All right, great. So first one's in. Let's go for a free speech to work on our happiness issues some more. And now it's just a matter of saving up 5 turns worth of gold, 5-6 turns worth of gold, and plopping down another factory. I've got railroads in a few places. I bet everybody is so sick of seeing me win an economic victory. It's got to be the victory type I go for the most. It's just, that's the victory type I like. And also, in our all-random little spreadsheet, that's the victory type that the game rolled for us. I could have gone for military. We probably would have been able to finish it fairly quickly. If I was attacking Hattie now, I'd be getting 2 per settlement, and if she chose an ideology, I'd be getting 4, so we'd be pretty much done in the next few turns. But this is the life that I have chosen. Holy cow! I just lost Barcelona? To who? Antananarivo. Well, I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing. I got 6 turns to go over there and get it. That was giving me quite a few factory resources, game. I should also be buying merchants and sending merchants out. I've been very poor at playing the merchant game because I haven't truly try-harded this one. It's been a pretty easy game, like, all things considered. Our yields are starting to bounce back up. We're hitting happiness. 3 gold on the rail station. Yes, please. Gold is my most limiting factor. In Madrid, I also need like a resource slot. 124. Oh, I think we gotta put that in. It is gonna mess up our happy a little bit, but we'll take that attribute point as well. Happiness for settlements for resources. That's gonna deal with our happiness problem. We're gold for every imported resource. And yeah, we'll just tag into the healing again. I have 30 military units. I already got that, bud. I'm gonna, instead of taking the ideology path, I'm gonna take the military attribute once more and just maybe run down this side. We got a lot of attribute points that round. I'm not 100% sure what we did to deserve it. But look, our happiness issues have mostly been resolved. Just like 4 settlements, 5, 6, 7, 8 settlements out of our 32 are actually unhappy. So we should see our yields climb up. Yep, they just keep climbing. 700 now. We're behind Confucius, but Confucius is Confucius, right? He is the science guy. So I would expect to be behind him. There's so much space left on the map for someone to settle. I could settle easily 1, 2, 3, 4 settlements on this continent. 5 settlements on this continent. Maybe even 6 just in my own space. I can get 1 more over here, honestly, too. And 1 here, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11. The AI doesn't fill up enough space. I could fill in 11 more settlements, and I would be 4 times higher than the highest civ at that point. The AI needs to work a little harder towards it. I think that's their biggest detriment. The reason the AI is so darn hard in Civ 5 and Civ 4 is they settle everywhere. They fill up every tiny inch of the map with cities. And in this one, it doesn't feel like they do that at all. Jeez, what's going on over here? Who is this that is bothering us? Helsinki. I don't know where you are. Are you the one I took out? Get off my case, city-state. Crap, I gotta buy another unit. It's a waste of a turn's worth of money that could have gone towards a factory. Stupid Barbs. He says as he sits with the world's largest bunch of, like, the largest army in the whole game. Sitting, doing nothing. But hey, that's how I'm doing it. Who's declared war on me? Tubman? For what reason? Just because we're opposite ideologies? Why is all my volcanoes erupting at the same time? Do you have an army near me? No? And I just got a free army. Okay? I don't want to fight. I kinda just want to put down factories and play the econ sim. I really don't see how she could in any way actually threaten us with defeat. She's pretty darn weak. So we're kind of just gonna ignore her. It's one of those end of the game declaration of war so you don't win situations. Just like they did in Civ 5 all the time. That's what I imagine this is, and I'm gonna do exactly what I would do in that situation, which is do nothing and barrel on towards my victory. Let's say for argument's sake that I could take 5 settlements off. 4 settlements? 4 settlements off her. That would finish this. And that would give me the dual legacy to level Nappy up. But I don't think his level 10 memento is really that important. Oh, speaking of mementos, I need to make sure that I remember to add Bicorn Hat to the database. Yeah, I almost forgot to do that. Bicorn Hat. I'm kind of just surprised that she declared war. I don't see the purpose in it. 2 turns and we'll have our railroad boy. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 13 turns until we win. Oh, we got him this turn. Never mind. I thought it would take me 2 turns. Diplo action. Sure. City-state bonus. 1 resource. That would have been nice. I'll take the warehouse one. Now let's start sending you around the world, my friend. We'll start with Delhi. I'm realizing just now that I didn't research a single unique Qajar civic. I didn't do anything unique to the Qajar this game at all. But Spain, man. Spain and Assyria, the 2 of them carried us. That goes to show the strength of those 2 particular civs. This right here, this plaza, we're getting 32 gold per turn in 4 cities from having all of these distant land settlements. It's hard work getting it, right? It's hard to get this, but man, we did it. And here we go. This is gonna be the game. Economic victory, turn 71. It's a little late, but we kind of like enjoyed ourselves as we played through here. Another economic victory. How many of these have been featured on the channel? Like 400. I think I've only really ever won economic and cultural victories on the channel, but these are my 2 favorite victories. I don't really like the science victory in this one. It feels just, I don't know, science doesn't feel that great. But the modern age comes to an end. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I had a lot of fun. Napoleon's pretty good. Assyria's fantastic. Spain's pretty good if you have the right setup for them. And Qajar, well, we are 11 over the settlement limit. So the Qajar did nothing, but that doesn't mean that the Qajar are bad. Looking at our Legends report, we hit level 6. And yeah, we get the banner and the title. So, alright, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.